storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
What is up, YouTube? Today we got some good topics we need to get into. We got people that's out here abusing dogs. We got people going viral. We got people that's just out here tripping and even missing. So let's get right on into the topics. First things first, we got to talk about Jahim. That's his mugshot right there. Now I'm looking at this mugshot like, this ain't the same Jahim from 2001. This can't be the same Jahim from 2006. This can't be the Jahim that told us to put that woman first, that told us to do right, the one that used to be clean with the Timberland boots. This can't be the same Jahim. Well, this is the same Jahim. So let's actually go around there to Jahim's house, okay? So I can tell y'all the story. Oh, shit. Y'all can smell it through the screen, right? Look at it. Dogs everywhere. Dirty walls, look like an episode of Hoarders. All right. But anyway, so Jahim's R&B singer Jahim, whose real name is Jaheim Hoagland. I never knew that was his real name. I never knew. I just thought Jahim was made up. I didn't know what a Jahim was. Anyway, but okay, cool, right? Okay, so he has been accused of abusing over 15 dogs at his New Jersey home. So what had happened is that his neighbors heard a bunch of puppies and dogs crying. They heard a I mean, hell, even if you listen to the dogs right there, you can see right there, that one's hungry, that one finna go fuck that one over there. They kept hearing dogs in distress, and so they called 911 and said that it was some dogs in distress. And you know, anytime you say some dogs being abused, the popos is gonna show up at your house. Now, if you say that a black person need help, I don't know if they're gonna show up that fast, but that ain't none of my business, and that's another story for another day. So, with that being said, the police actually rolled up to his house. So then, the cops showed up to his house, flashlights and all, and they saw 6 dogs outside that were clearly in distress. They looked hungry, they looked starved, they looked mangy like, and it was just really, really bad. And they actually had found one that was unresponsive. They took that one to the vet along with another one, and it ended up having to be euthanized. So then they go into the house, and once they actually go into the house is where they see that the rest of the dogs was kept up in cages filled with feces, no food, starved, and it just looked horrible. And so they ended up arresting Jahim right on the spot. Okay, and he's charged with animal cruelty, and it is important to know that most of these dogs were pit bulls. It's more than likely that this man was out here fighting these dogs and fighting these pit bulls for money, because y'all ain't bought not nan records since what, 2006? So y'all downloading any Jahim music now? Do y'all still listen to Jahim music? I don't know nothing but that one Jahim song. You better put that woman first, and you better put that woman first. That's literally all I know. Other than that, I don't even remember. But I was like 7 when this music came out, so you know, I wasn't worried about putting that woman first. But anyway, that being said, damn Jahim, if you had actually put them dogs first, or you had put them puppies first, you wouldn't be in this situation. Lord knows you should have got on. So I would have rather you got on social media and begged for cash apps like Dr. Umar. I was about to say Dr. Uber. Like Dr. Umar, before you went and start beating and starving and fighting the dogs in order to make money. Why does one man need 15 dogs? And then I'm sitting here looking at him like, this can't be the same Jahim that I grew up with until I saw this picture here. And I'm like, the one up top, you know, he done been through some shit. But the Jahim at the bottom, the Jahim right there, oh, that nigga look like he'll fight some damn dogs. This look like the dude behind 7-Eleven that introduced you to your first hit of laced weed. This look like a nigga right there. I am sorry. These are two dick. He better keep that head bald for the rest of his life, because that right there is not give that ain't giving what he thought he was giving in that photo. But anyway, with that being said, let me take that photo down. Sure. Take that photo down. With that being said, all right, he will be held in, he will show up in court pretty soon here, and I guess I'll keep y'all updated, but don't take your dog around there to his house, because he will not be putting them first. All right, let's take that down. Let's move right along and actually talk about Jhonni Blaze. Okay, now Jhonni Blaze, we know her from being a stripper from Houston. Well, I don't know if she's from Houston, but she stripped in Houston at one point, right? We know her from growing up hip hop. We've seen her all over like reality TV as well as the internet. She's a singer. She's a dancer. She's really like that chick that'll be in like rappers' videos. She's really that chick. And a lot of y'all don't know, Jhonni Blaze is super, super talented. She played the piano. She has a beautiful voice. And I, for one, had always wondered why Jhonni Blaze was not further in her career than what she was. And then as I continued to watch Growing Up Hip Hop, and we saw her have these mental breakdowns and these flip outs for no reason, and Miss Deb tried to help her, and even Miss Deb wasn't even able to keep her in line. If Miss Deb can't keep you in line, you ain't gonna be kept in line, point blank in the period. And she said that she struggled with depression, this, that, and the third. Well, according to 21 Savage's manager, she been missing for the last 4 days. Now, this IG post is the only post on her page. She deleted everything else. You can go look it up, Jhonni Blaze Duh. And this was actually posted 5 days ago. Now, she's been missing for 4. So she says, shit don't make sense how much pain I can effing consume. Shit be on the edge for me. And tonight, I'm done. Y'all won. Then at the bottom, she says, I won't leave no memories because y'all didn't care to leave genuine ones with me. I'm tired. See how it feels when I'm gone. They laughed at my hurt, my pain, my feelings, and played. People think having mental issues is to be laughed at and to down you. Let's see you laugh when I'm dead. Now that right there literally sounds like the S word note. That sounds like a note when you're really at the end, or it could literally be a cry out for help. And so, according to her friends and 21 Savage's manager, like I said, they ain't been able to find her in 4 days. She's not answering her phone, and people are genuinely worried. And let me say this: mental issues, mental illness is definitely nothing to laugh at. It is a real thing. This is a young lady. I'm not trying to diagnose her, but this is based off of what she has said out of her own mouth. Has had not only a traumatic youth, abuses from exes. One of her exes actually knocked her teeth out at one point. She was human trafficked at one point because she talked about it either on it was a blog show, but I don't talk about that show. But I remember specifically from the Breakfast Club, and the interview was in 2018, I believe. She went to like a modeling casting call. She snuck out there. Turned out wasn't no modeling casting call, and then ended up stripping and having to sell her body for money, being forced to, being humanly trafficked. And when she got out of line with her pimp or gorilla pimp or whatever you want to call him, at one point he choked her out until she passed out. So that's why literally she's a fighter, because she's been fighting her whole life. She's dealt with drug use and just a lot of shit. As a matter of fact, she's actually been going viral over the years on the internet for the wrong reasons ever since 2013. If you go back and look at articles from 2013, she was alleged, all right, this was back when media takeout was a thing, but there were other brands that blogs that picked it up too. They said she had a miscarriage on stage and started bleeding everywhere down there in Houston. Now she, once she actually had got out the hospital, said, no, I just had a blood clot. I didn't have no damn miscarriage on stage. Whether she did or not, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, ever since we've been knowing her, we have literally seen the ups and downs of her life. This is a young lady that's suffering from PTSD. This is a young lady that needs, honestly, intensive therapy to heal her trauma so that she can move forward, not only just in her career, but most importantly in her life. But I want to talk to y'all about something real quick before we move on. Let's talk about this. She goes by the name Jhonni Blaze. That's her rap name. Now, she got that from Method Man, who sometimes used the rap name Jhonni Blaze back in the day. But Jhonni Blaze was a fictional character, was actually like not a superhero, but like a villain, like a comic book villain, and was actually like that basically signified vengeance, a prince of vengeance, if I got it right. And basically, he represented hell. So Jhonni Blaze literally was like a demon from hell, pretty much. That's like a character from hell, right? And what do characters from hell do? What do people from hell do? They still kill and destroy. They hell raise, right? Hell's angels. That movie, that Nicolas Cage movie, Ghost Rider, right? I think that was kind of based off that too, right? Anytime you depicting a character where you're in flames, blaze, to be lit on fire, you are representing a certain kind of element. So I just almost wonder if constantly calling yourself that is what is also like, if she's like prophesying like death and destruction over her life. I'm just wondering. You tell me if I'm wrong. I could be completely off on that, right? I could be completely off. But I had always said, in order for her to rebrand, she's gonna have to let that Jhonni Blaze shit go. Jhonni Blaze was a stripper. Jhonni Blaze did a porn video back in the day with a overweight white guy. Ooh, she must have really needed that money, because if y'all go look that up, that's like, oof. Ooh, that white guy, damn, pot belly and all. Ooh, I know she showered like Jada and set it off. Anyway, I'm just saying, not to be laughed at, but I'm just saying. Anyway, I would rather her go by her real name, Japel Van Krishna Jackson. Maybe Japel Van Krishna, right? It's German. She's either half German or a quarter German, and I know she was. And I know she had said she was born on like a U.S. Army base in Germany. So anyway, I say all that to say I think a great rebrand for her would be to actually go by her real name and sing and play the piano under that. I think this girl needs intensive therapy to get over the PTSD from her past, and all the people that she got in her life who's ever in her circle. I think she need to cleanse everybody and to start the hell over. That's what I think. Because who's ever around her ain't helping her. But then again, sometimes you can be around somebody and they just too far gone. So let's pray that she has not taken a permanent solution to a temporary feeling or situation. Let's hope not. All right, moving right along, we need to talk about Wendy Williams. According to her staff, they say she's sick. She's suffering from an ongoing illness once again. Now, this ain't the first time Wendy done been sick, and honestly probably won't be the last time that we hear about this, because Wendy honestly has been slowly breaking down over the last few years. I think the stress of her marriage, as well as, maybe karmic debt for all the shit that she talked over the years, really caught up with her. And I'm not making fun of this. I always ask y'all, like, when you talk a lot of shit at one point, like, how does that manifest in your own life? Even if you make a lot of money, like what about when you then calm down later on? Do you have to pay for what you did and what you said? Y'all let me know. Do you pay for it in the next lifetime? Oh Lord, make sure my ass get baptized. Anyway, with that being said, wait a minute. Did I put my notepad? Did I put my note right here? Okay. Anyway, so. The 13th season of Wendy Williams actually is supposed to premiere September 20th. Before you start the season of any show, you have promotional duties that you need to do. You need to go to talk shows. You need to show up and let the people know that this show is premiering on September 20th, because she's on regular daytime television. It's not like an internet show where I can drop a video, let you know I'm live on this date, and that's all I got to do. This is a little different, right? So she literally is so sick that she is not able to show up to do the interviews and to do the promotional activities. But here is my thing. This is not the first or second time or third time that she hasn't really been honest with us about what's going on with her. Like, remember when she fell out in that Halloween costume and said that she overheated, even though she has always said that her studio is kept cold. Most television studios are kept cold, which is why even in the summertime, you will still see people in the audience with jackets. You can watch Rachel Ray's show, Oprah shows, like that, everybody, because they feel like if they keep you cold, they're keeping you awake and they're keeping you alert. Although I fall asleep in the cold. I don't know about y'all, but that's just me, right? All right, in addition to that, the whole rehab stint, right? It was alleged that she was actually still drinking and still using behind the rehab, and she went in rehab for rehab. In the movie, she said she was in rehab by force. She said she was going there just to clear her head. Really, honestly, she was probably just trying to get away from everybody with the scandals that was going on with her husband and Sharina, right? In addition to that, dating that white man, right? Saying that that white man was her boyfriend, and that white man wasn't clearly her boyfriend. That white man, that construction worker said, look, I went out with Wendy once or twice, and that was it, right? When they seen her come on to Gary Owens, when they seen her come on to other married men, just making herself look kind of shady, kind of bad on the show. The whole leg condition, the lymphedema or whatever it is, right? Lymphedema and Graves' disease. She says she suffers from these illnesses. Now, the lymphedema swells up the legs, and then the Graves' disease and the hyperthyroidism has its own issues itself. But with that being said, every time she has been sick, been out, ain't been able to work, honestly, it's been usually linked to either stress or drug use. So why do we think that this time it's any different? And it's unfortunate, right? And in my opinion, when I look at Wendy, when Wendy, if it wasn't for Wendy, it wouldn't be no me here today. She paved the road, so she would want me to keep it real, right? Say it like I mean it. I think that Wendy needs to retire and go live off with money, find a nice man, settle down, because she's not meant to be alone, settle down and just live out the rest of her life. I think, however, that she does not have an identity outside of her show. She worked so hard, gave up so much, and sacrificed so much of her life to become the mega star, the mega personality that she is, because she a legend whether you want to realize it or not. But she put so much into this, she does not want to let this baby go. But her head is not there anymore. This is the Wendy and Norman show. She can't hardly read the prompter. She can't hardly remember anything. She can barely walk. And I know that from a source on the set. They have to help her walk around. That little skedaddle she do at the beginning. And here's Wendy. She does that right. That's a cute little thing. And then everybody's whoop, 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 whoop. And then she walks over and she does a skedaddle. And then she Hi guys, you know, she does her thing. We have not seen that preppy we have not really seen Wendy, honestly, since those cheating scandals came out. To keep it real, we really haven't seen the real Wendy then. I'll never forget this one episode where she looked hot as shit. Eyes was glazed over, and she said that she was leaving the show. She was actually headed right from the show to go on a vacation with her best friend of many years, and she takes a vacation with once yearly. So anyway, with that being said, she done been through a lot lately. Okay, like I just said, she done lost a divorce. Son left the nest. She's alone. Sold a house. Went down south to a Manhattan apartment that she manifested. If you listen to the earlier seasons of the Wendy Show, she used to say she was going to end up in a condo alone with a cat. One way in, one way out. She manifested that in her life, right? So she, and not to mention even losing her mother. So she has went through a lot of loss. No wonder she's sick. She need to actually take real time off and deal with that shit. But she's so afraid of somebody taking a spot, she don't want to. Moving right along, we need to talk about Kevin Samuels and how he's going viral once again. All right, Kevin Samuels is a YouTuber. Some people consider him to be in the manosphere, and even though he technically came from the manosphere and he has he talks the same talking points as the manosphere, I still really don't consider him the manosphere. I just consider him the dating sphere, whatever you want to call that. He talks about dating and love, especially with black people, right? So Kevin Samuels actually was in hot water when he posted this here. Let's look it up. So on his IG, he reposted a picture. Now this is a BBW. Nike at the bottom. Just do it. BBWs, don't be afraid to get on top. If he dies, he dies. Kevin said, so he said, whether it's real or not, this remains prevalent today. So now, he edited it. He edited it. Damn, y'all can't really see it. The original post just said, so now violence is okay? Or is it just one-way violence from women to men? Oh, wait, it's a joke, right? No major or even minor brand would dare do this if the genders were reversed. I'm waiting for outrage from women and demands to cancel. Basically, what he was saying was, if this was a picture of a man, all right, saying something like, big guys, don't be afraid to get on top of her. If she dies, she dies, or whatever equivalent of that is, it would not have been seen as funny. And although he is telling the truth, no, he showed his slip. He showed his age in this case, right? He showed the slip in Mama Mariah Huck voice. That was a meme. That was fake, and that's a joke. And one thing about people of an older generation, they don't understand sometimes the nuances and the jokes that are made on social media. They don't quite understand the memes. They might take things literally that should not be taken literally. But in his original post, not only did he have it wrong, stating that this was a real campaign when it's not, he also tagged Lizzo. Now let's go see about Lizzo. Where Lizzo at? There she go. There go Lizzo. There go Lizzo with a confident, non-confident ass. She twerking today, she be crying tomorrow. Anyway, with that being said, he tagged Lizzo in it. As if this was Lizzo in the picture and it's not. And I'm like, damn, Kevin, all black people don't look alike. And all big girls ain't made the same either. I'm like, you know what? Look. Lizzo I didn't like the last Lizzo song, right? I thought it was absolute garbage. And Lizzo get on my nerves with all these mood swings and emotional instability. But y'all be bullying this girl. Y'all but anytime anything obese, big girl, this y'all always bring up Lizzo. Like I'm over it. I'm over all of it. Leave this damn girl alone. Like it ain't funny no more. Like just let it go. Either that or just admit you want to hit it. But anyway, not him. But I'm just saying in general. Like damn, okay, we get it. We get it. She big. We get it. Shit. Damn. But I get sick of her crying too. Anyway, with that being said. He got caught up. He got caught up, made himself look a little silly because it was fake. The whole time the meme was fake. He didn't really quite understand that it was a meme, not a real campaign. That was not the model. That was not Lizzo. And so he edited the post and he's taking accountability. Not really, but he's saying whether it was fake or not. Like, no. You need to, if you're going to edit, you need to admit, okay, I messed up. This is not real, and this is not Lizzo. However, what he was trying to say was he has an issue with the picture, period, because he feels that it promotes obesity. And I've heard a lot of people say that when they see people that are bigger celebrated, a lot of people feel like you're promoting being overweight, you're promoting obesity. And I don't know. I think in some ways we promote obesity as okay. And then sometimes we're not. We're just celebrating somebody that just happens to be big. Because just because you big don't mean I shouldn't celebrate your successes or find you attractive or whatever. You just big. Yes, that's going to bring on health issues, but that's another conversation. So that's my opinion. Maybe I'm not looking deep enough into it, because my whole thing is, if looking at somebody obese will make you obese, then hell, looking at all the skinny, in shape people on social media should have us all skinny and in shape, and we not. So anyway, I'm gonna leave that there, but I want to bring some up too, because in my opinion, this was this post was another way for Kevin to make himself go viral and trend, right? Not that he needs to. Man that's doing it, killing it. I'm not no hater. A lot of y'all to get on here and talk about people, when you report on them, you be sounding like haters. I'm not no hater of this man. I ain't gonna hate on no black man. However, there are certain things that will elevate you as a YouTuber, especially when you're going against somebody that's mainstream or above you. Like, if you really understand this game, you talk about people that are above you. You really don't talk about people on your same level or below. That's trash. That's what the trash do. You talk above. That's how you grow, as you grab and latch onto somebody above you. If you're smart, because we all piggyback off of one another for the most part, unless you really to go to this shit and then everybody piggybacks off you. That's another story for another day. Now, there's a couple other times. Oh, no, let me roll back. He went viral with the whole, you're average at best, you're a 4 at best, blah, blah, blah. They elevated him greatly. And I think by him posting this, he was expecting to not necessarily go super viral again, but he was expecting for maybe Lizzo to respond, and then boom, now he can respond to that. He was basically putting that out there to create more content, to keep his name flowing. It's how the media machine works. But not only as a media personality do you work the media machine because you understand it, you also can create controversy about yourself to keep your name out there, right? So let's go back a little bit, right? When this went viral, remove Kevin Samuels from YouTube and Instagram, right? This whole change.org thing. And everybody was talking about that Kevin Samuels was going to get canceled. And everybody was saying that he was going to lose his YouTube channel, which made absolutely no sense to me. When that situation happened, I never spoke on it because I did not believe that change.org petition. I don't give a damn if it was 15,000 people that signed it. Who actually created it? Who was behind the creator creating the original change.org petition? And this is purely conspiracy here, I felt like, damn, is this shit fake too? Just to get us talking? Because when that petition was put up, that shit went viral and everybody was talking about it. And ultimately, as a YouTuber, you understand, good press to bad press, you're going to grow because somebody can drag you for Phil. They're going to go over and see who the hell they was talking about. That's why we can talk about the Kardashians day after day, and it does nothing but elevate their brand and make them more money and make them more interesting. So I don't know if that was fake, but I felt like it was. It's just a conspiracy of mine. If you follow me, let me know down below. If you think I'm tripping, you can let me know too. I ain't mad. But all in all, I don't think that Kevin Samuels was ever going to be canceled. Number one, he literally has perfected how to take the talking points of the manosphere. You know, y'all know I didn't reference him as Tommy 2.0 a couple times because a lot of talking points that Kevin has, these are the same talking points that Tommy had 2013, 2014, 2020. These are things that I've heard Tariq Nasheed say, Phil from the Advice Show say. These are things in the manosphere that, ladies, if you don't watch that content, or if you're not familiar with it, or if you don't go over there and just creep, then you don't know that a lot of these talking points are not new. Y'all think they knew. This is not me hating. This is me keeping it real. A lot of y'all watch them and y'all say, I've never heard anybody on this platform say that. And I'm just like, where you been? But I figured it out. See, you didn't really hear anybody else say it because who was the type of men that were saying those talking points are masculine presenting, right? So masculine presenting men presenting certain talking points will get you kicked off YouTube because it's just seen as too aggressive and violent. All right. Not only that, women ain't gonna go watch that shit. Versus Kevin Samuels. Now y'all can attack that man's sexuality all you want to. Y'all attack mine. I don't know what that man do. If that man say he's straight, I'm gonna believe him. I have no reason not to. But with that being said, he is more commercial. He's the most commercial black man to come from a manosphere. He's clean cut. He's professional. He's about the business. He's TV ready. He's literally perfected the game. In life, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Take pieces from what everybody else is doing, put a professional spin on it. Don't curse. Don't call people the N-word. Don't call gay people the F-word. And you will grow on this platform. Because growing on this platform is not just about views. It's also about being commercial. All right. The amount of ads that's put on his videos, the amount of money he makes for YouTube. You really think they was about to take his YouTube channel? Y'all really believe this shit? You fell for the hype. But I can see through it. But you fell for it. This man will be on TV soon. I promise you he will, because he's polished, he's clean, and he's safe, and he's not too aggressive, and he has a way of saying the things, whether you feel they right or not, saying controversial talking points without making you feel a certain way. He's perfected it. So that's my opinion on this whole thing. I think he wanted y'all to talk about him. We're going to continue to talk about him. It is what it is. This ain't stopping no show. We all have moments where we get it wrong or do embarrassing shit online. Like you on her long. Let me tell you something. You talk long enough, you're going to put your foot in your mouth. It is what it is. So anyway, that's my opinion on tonight's topics. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. Catch me on patreon.com/stormmonroe for conspiracy content. You can also become a YouTube channel member. Just hit that little join button on the homepage, and then you will also get access to the same conspiracy content. And I think that's it. I will catch you guys later.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.